So it's been a while since I posted, so I just wanted to hop back on and just say, no, I'm not just leaving this page stranded. I'm definitely going to continue speaking out on my story, as it starts from many, many years ago. Some of this stuff isn't easy to talk about, which is why I'm holding back. The other reason to hold back is, of course, what seems to be my major obstacle, DCP&p, and their control of what seems to me at this point every aspect of my life. When they keep bringing up their concerns for my mental health, yet my doctors don't say the same, I'm nervous they'll take things I say, twist it, and say, oh, delusions, the same way they've done everything else. Which is weird, because I pulled some tarot this morning. I asked for one card of the day for overall energy for today. Basically, 2 came out, so the universe insisted, is how I took that. I got 7 of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, and these 2 cards together can actually represent someone trying to take something that doesn't belong to them. And I just thought, doesn't that sound familiar? Because it seems to me that they're just like trying to push these narratives of like me not being fit to where that they can, you know what I mean, like to eventually where they're just gonna try and put my kid in foster care. It seems to be like the big threat, and I don't know. It's just a whole vibe, you know what I mean? And that's definitely a whole vibe. But anyways, with their control over even telling me no photos of my child on Facebook even now, all because my last YouTube, I tried to give her a voice. Rather than hearing what the girl also experiencing all of this, and the one most affected by all of this, might I add, heard what she said, and take a deeper look into that, and maybe ask her more things, let her speak more, they shut it all down. And made it seem as if it was just like bad of me to have her on freaking social media, like when her face wasn't on the camera. Like, it was her choice, she wanted to do it, and it was her idea. It was her, it's what she wanted to do. Like, I was giving my child a voice, you know, like there's nothing wrong with that. There's kids out there that have YouTube pages, and they're like all like they basically run them themselves, and their faces are on them constantly. And you know, like, why is it I'm the only mom in America where it's a problem to put my kid on social, like I'm being pointed at like, you're wrong, that's terrible, I can't believe I have to say that about any child being on social media. All kids are on social media, everyone's doing it, and I didn't even put her face on there. So it's definitely inserting control that doesn't need to be there. And like, these parents aren't being labeled bad parents, and you know what I mean, like being scolded at by an agency that's going to use that as a stipulation now, regarding my case. But with me, I'm like, I'm the terrible mother, how dare I even? But anyway, more holding back is my current living situation. Apparently, speaking on my experiences here causes them to get very mad, and then here we go with the allegations of my false allegations, and talk of my mental health again, because you know what I say just has to be invalid because they said so, because there's real logic to that. So as you see, I'm kind of in between a rock and a hard place. But I definitely wanted to start this channel and keep it going, because I do like to express myself, and I do like to play around with tarot, and I do a lot of researching and stuff. So and the sooner I get my voice out there, the better, you know. And maybe even while I'm slowly doing these videos, I can, you know, gain my following or whatever, and then if I start taking off with making more videos and am able to speak out more without any problems, then maybe that's what happens or something. So no, I don't want to always feel like I'm explaining myself, but I kind of feel like this is just like, oh, what is all this for? She just got us here like mysteriously. But anyway, but I will speak on all of that definitely. Nobody is going to keep me silent for too long. This is too much to keep within. I'll burst, and we know what that means. That's not good for my mental health again, and I'm not beat for all that merry-go-round. Basically, I'm just teasing because you know, if I burst, like, I don't know, basically have like an emotional outburst, because who wouldn't? All this crazy crap going on for so long, and it's like, you're not allowed to talk about it, but you can only talk to your counselors about it. But then when you talk to your counselors about it, they sit there and they like judge you and make you seem like you're insane, and like, how dare, like, you're just lying, these things are not happening to you. Like, it's so insane, like, this freaking, I don't know. I don't even know what the words I'm trying to look for right now with that one. But anyways, I'll skip that because with a lack of better words. So everybody's experiences and stories are allowed to be shared. Mine is no different. A little bit much, absolutely, but hey, because of that, I did a lot of researching, introspection, healing, learning, and so much more. And also, I want to share some of my freaking, like, finds. Like, I had some awesome finds from the researching of this, like, you know, what I called, like, manic researching and crazy researching, or clicking is what I called it. I'm like, I'm just clicking again, because I would find one thing. Like, the way I researched, it was just, like, I would use keywords and type it in and then see what it was connected to and stuff like that. What would link that to, and what would link it to that word from there, and then blah, 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 and oh, by golly, like, you have no idea the things that I found by doing that. It's just astonishing. That's the only word I could think of. It's like, wow, I can't believe I got to this stuff just by clicking in, like, one keyword. But I don't know, that was just something that worked for me. But also within this, like, I definitely, because the one experience that I was experiencing a while ago, I know there's a lot of people that are actually experiencing the same thing, and a lot of people don't know how to talk about it. A lot of people are kind of scared to talk about it, and I understand why. You talk about it, you get deemed crazy. And but anyway, but I know there's a lot of people that are experiencing a lot of the same things, maybe not everything to the T, but I did find, like, some good coping mechanisms for my own self that, like, worked like a charm. So I'm, like, that's another reason why I would like to get on with some of this stuff, because I know I could help other people that maybe just started going through it or something, or they haven't yet figured out that good coping mechanism to get it to stop, you know, because it still triggers them so badly that, like, it gives it power, you know what I mean? Like, because that's what it is. It's like you're just giving this thing power by being triggered by it and, like, reacting to it badly. Because, you know, the reactions is what made it look like, is what could make somebody look like they're mentally unstable, let me tell you that. Because your reactions to some things, it's just like, if you really, yeah, I could see where that could come from, but at the same time, that's an unfair judgment, if I must say, especially if you're not knowing the whole story. So it's a very hard experience to speak on to others, because, you know, we're, number one, afraid of judgment. Number two, saying it out loud is just as crazy as, like, experiencing it. Saying it out loud is also meaning, like, oh crap, other people are gonna know that I see, like, that this is what goes on in my head. Oh crap, they're gonna think I'm crazy. And you're just hoping that somebody will understand. So I can understand, like, yeah, so I hopefully everybody understands when I start to try to explain it, but that might have to wait. Hopefully I can get, like, DCP&p off my case. Like, honestly, like, they really, like, I need a freaking lawyer. That is what I need, and I don't care if they watch this, because I'm not saying anything wrong. This is very well within my rights. I have freedom of expression. I need a real lawyer is what I need, because right now this lawyer, he's just agreeing with everything. He's not really advocating for me. He's just agreeing with what DCP&p is saying. Like, he might put in an argument here and there, but nothing good enough to get, like, for them to be like, oh crap, well, this lawyer is really speaking some facts here, because any other lawyer would have chewed these people apart already, to be honest. So I'm hoping, wouldn't that be great if one of you guys watching would be a lawyer and be like, hey, you know, I would love to take your case, because you would win. I have everything I need, and I'm telling you, you would win lots because it's not just one thing. It's like so many. And then there's something that's connected to that, and there's something connected to that, and then oh my god, like for real. And once I get more into the story, you'll be like, holy crap, she was right. And because I'm an open book, I don't care. There's so much covering up and stuff with certain people and blah. Anyways, so, and then within all of that too, within my research, because I was not just accepting that I was just crazy, so I did a lot of researching to find out what the heck it was that was going on around me, or why, or something. Like, I did a lot of research, okay? And there is a lot of things that fell into my lap that are just like, it's definitely like, I want to, like, some of it could be fake news, you know? Sometimes the more off the wall it is, it's like, I don't know if that's real. I hope it's not real because it's really crazy. And if it's really crazy, that's scary. I mean, if it's real and as crazy as it is like, that's very scary news if that's really real. So I'm hoping that a lot of it was fake news because, whew, it was starting to get woohoo after a while. Like, I don't even want to, so I'm not going to touch base with that right now because, yeah. But there was also some other stuff that I found that, like, definitely something I will have to make a whole video about is the blue corona chakra, or blue corona, blue COVID, whatever. No, I think it's blue corona chakra. It's a chakra that's within our chakra system, obviously. I think it's something that they're now trying to, like, cover their tracks and make it seem like the blue chakra, or the blue corona chakra is mixed in with your throat chakra, which is not true. The blue corona chakra is completely separate. It's like, okay, it's a different part of, like, our outer parts of our body, because that's where some of our chakras are. It's within, I think it's within our aura. That's what I think it is. It's like our energy connection to certain things, and not certain things, like the earth, you know, and it's like connected to the aura. Like, I don't know, I'll get more into it later, but I'm just gonna name off a few things that, like, I'm gonna be having coming up on videos coming up. And I'm also gonna do I'm gonna throw in a little bit of everything on this channel so I can get all of my expressions out, because, you know, I'll do videos of me hula hooping, I'll do weird videos and skits that I do, or whatever, you know, or like those little music videos that I just, like, make faces at, but I make it look really cool, like, but it shows my silly side, and maybe the song is expressing some things that my words can't do, and, you know, there's signs and symbols within it. So I'll do a little bit of that. But this blue corona thing, I really think I fell on, I hit the nail with something, because, you know, when they start switching it up on the internet of what something is, the first time you started looking it up, you know it's something they're trying to cover up. So, but yeah, that's definitely a thing, and that's connected into a lot of the things that I was experiencing too, because that's what made me even, like, look into the blue corona, because there's a whole science, like, behind colors. And if you think about it, our chakra system is all colors, you know, like, each chakra is a different color, and they affect your energy, they affect your health, they affect your well-being, stuff like that. So yeah, I definitely think it's connected, and it's something that I'll definitely touch base on. Maybe one day when this case is over, I'll be able to bring my daughter back and do some Q&As with her, but that's not going to be for a little while. And yeah, DCP&p, like, you can't do nothing about it after the case is over, and you can't keep this case forever. You really can't. You're out your mind if you think you can. Like, one of these days, I'm really just going to get tired of it and get a pro bono lawyer, and y'all will really be screwed. I feel like, and I feel nervous even saying stuff like that, and that, knowing that they closely monitor everything, but I shouldn't be, because I'm very well within my rights to speak out on any experience, any truth, anything like that in my life. I'm allowed to say it. I'm allowed, like, you know what I mean? There's no law anywhere saying that you can't have a child if you're going to speak out about some experiences that you had. Where is the law book on that? Where is the law book? Where is the freaking health book where it says if they speak on their experiences, that means delusional? because that's what it's being made to be like, you know what I mean? Anything that I say is irrelevant because other people said so, you know what I mean? But even though my child's saying the same thing, I'm saying something, but no, that's now just irrelevant and delusions and hallucinations. And your doctors don't need to tell us that you have them because we know you have them. Basically, it's like, it's manipulation is what it is. There's a whole lot of manipulation going on. And I really full on feel like it's manipulation to make me believe that I'm unfit. So I eventually just be like, okay, I'm going to give up custody to my kid. But that's not going to happen. I'm fighting for my child. And nobody's going to make me believe that I'm mentally unstable because I tried to protect my child. Because that's literally what started to go down. I tried to protect my child. Not only my child, I tried to protect other kids. And that's like the whole reason why I got a case, because I tried to protect kids. My bad. I didn't know that meant I was crazy. You know, I tried to report suspicious activity. It's the cops' job to do their job and look into it, not mine. So I went and did my citizen's duty, and I tried to report some stuff that I didn't like very much when it came to children. And, like, you know, there was a lot of things leading up to that, too. Like, bruises on my kid's body. And there was weird homeworks that, like, just aren't okay for children in first grade, in her first grade class. Like, there was just a lot of things that kept adding up to that moment for me to go and report suspicious activity with children. You know what I mean? Like, so what if I made an accusation? That is what a report is. You accuse somebody that it could be going on, and then the cops go check it out. It doesn't, like, it should not, like, really fall back on my mental health, because I wanted to do what I could, if I could. If there was anything going on with kids, like, who am I to sit there and, like, do the investigative work? You know what I mean? Like, where does my proof have to be? Why don't I just say, hey, there's something funny going on. You guys look into it because you're the police. Like, where did I go wrong there? I'm really, like, you know, if somebody could let me know where I went wrong there, that would be great. But I don't know. Apparently that means that this must be called, and now you gotta have a protection plan slapped on you because you reported suspicious activity when it came to children. How dare you? You are mentally insane. You need to get on medication. That's literally what these people are telling me. And, like, it's been going on for 2 years, all because I tried to, like, do what I could to protect children, if need be, you know what I mean? Like, if nobody else seen it, then I'm gonna go say something then. Because if it is what I think, or, like, I don't know what I think, because I don't want to think anything bad's going on, but if it is and nobody says anything, how's it gonna get fixed? So, I tried to do it, and really just backfired on me, and they're now still controlling every aspect of my life, down to me not being allowed to post a picture on Facebook, like, not even updating events, like, from holidays, or, like, just me and her walking in the park. I can't take, like, a picture of her looking like a beautiful little, like, 8-year-old girl in a park and, like, post on Facebook like any other freaking parent is allowed to do, without being pointed at, being told, oh, you're ashamed, you should be ashamed of yourself. I can't believe you're posting your child on social media. All these other parents are doing that, but me, when I do it, I'm the wrong one, and I should just, like, rot in hell. I should rot in hell and just never come back, because that's just a terrible thing to do as a mother, even though millions of moms are doing it. And there's millions of children with their own YouTube pages. They're, like, YouTube freaking famous, and you know what I mean? Like, but people are, like, congratulating these kids and following them, but when it comes to me, I get looked down upon and controlled about it, you know? So there's many reasons why I hold back, obviously. That being one of them, with my ramble that I just went there. So anyway, that's just a few of the things that I'm going to be, like, doing on this channel. I have a very weird way of expressing myself. I do use music to say things. I hula hoop, and I babble, especially when I'm really interested in something and just, like, I'm passionate about it. Like, who wouldn't be passionate about, like, trying to help children if they needed to help children, if that need be the thing, you know what I mean? Like, I thought that, as a citizen in the United States, you see something, you say something. Isn't that the law? You know what I mean? Like, so when I went and I saw something and I went to say something, why is it I'm being reprimanded? Why is it I'm being punished for saying something when I saw something? I don't understand that. And now 2-3 years later, I still have a case because of that. I saw something, I said something, I said what I thought it was, and, you know, that was a big mistake. You can't be saying that crap. But at the same time, I shouldn't be punished for it. And that's literally what's happening. I'm being punished and silenced. That's you know, DCP&p be mad at me for saying that. But yeah, y'all are silencing me, and we all know why. And that I'll get into too. Because that's a whole thing, guys. It's not funny. Because it's really not. It's really scary, actually. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think I probably already did. I found out that they were selling my health information. They gave me the paper, then it said it on the paper. Like, I didn't read it at first, like, my dummy self, you know, I didn't read it that, like, this was my first time I got a case, like, a few years ago. And, like, I was just kind of yes ma'am and signing papers just to, like, get the case done and over with. And, like, do what I gotta do and stuff. But, like, later on, when I was, like, going through paperwork and I was just, I don't know, I feel like I was, like, being pulled to certain paperworks. I don't know, I pulled that one out of all the bunch. And it was the paperwork from DCP&p, and it was, like, on the very last page, and it said, you know, since the incident of the incident of April 24th, 2003, I was in high school, mind you, we are selling your health information, and any child you have from that moment on until the 6 years of their age, to clergymen, organizations, and any individual who so shall request it, okay? Yeah, so they gave me this paperwork, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I didn't see this when I had the case. It would have been the best time to see this. But what does that even mean? Why would you start selling a teenager's information to clergymen, to freaking organizations, and to freaking any individual who's, like, is that the black market? Please tell me my health information on top of everything, because there's plenty of HIPAA laws and violations that are involved with this sort of thing. Not to mention what that makes this, because if you look it up, the meaning of human trafficking or exploitation, mind you, DCP&p, I'm not saying that's what you're doing, even though you're silencing me for a reason. And I do not have delusions or hallucinations about this, because you can look up the facts yourself. So anyway, when you are profiting off of an individual without their consent, like, I don't know if I gave them consent when I was in high school. If I did, I probably didn't know what I was freaking signing, but I don't remember that. I don't know the incident that they're talking about. I don't know anything, you know, but I did run into a video of, like, a lifeless body of myself being, like, danced around like a freaking basement party at one point when I was younger. Like, this didn't happen recently, DCP&p, so don't call delusions or hallucinations or anything else. And I know it was me because it was my shirt, my jacket, my hair, my pants. And I'm not sure what made these people post that on YouTube. I don't know. But that was shocking. Imagine, like, watching, like, you know what I mean? Like, being you, and you're just seeing you as your younger self, and you're just, like, being unconsciously danced around a basement party. And then coming up, like, then you finding out, like, there's this information that started being sold to people right around that time that would have happened, because of the outfit that I had on and the jacket and everything else like that, my hair. Yeah, that would have been around that time. So what are you saying? You guys, did you guys have anything to do with that basement party thing? Is that what you're saying? And you're now trying to, like, make it seem like I'm mentally unstable. That's really cute. That's really cute. I love it. I freaking love it. Let's applaud you. Because I have never seen, like, a better rendition of, like, the push narrative story ever in life than how I do now. A push narrative of somebody being, like, mentally unstable because they tried to report something. I didn't even try to report it on the state, like DCP&p itself. It was, like, I don't even want to say. It was on another, like, a whole other sector. Had nothing to do with DCP&p. It was, like, for real. But then you guys come in and be like, oh, well, there's nothing happening with your child. That's just your paranoia. Blah, 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 blah. Like, my paranoia? You're selling my freaking information and my child's. Yo, bro, that there's something there that's just like, that doesn't click with me very well. So I really don't understand why this group of like people that work as like a child protection agency, you know what I'm saying? A child protection service. They're supposed to protect the child. Why are they like, there's I can't even come out with a whole sentence to like describe how I feel about that, because I am now being stopped from doing anything and everything. My life is on a halt because these people have their freaking claws sunk into me, telling me that every move I make is a concern. And it's my mental health that they're concerned with, but yet these things can all go on, but that makes me mentally unstable. How does that freaking make sense? Of course I have some issues. You guys freaking started selling my freaking information to clergymen. Come on. To clergymen. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, for real. And then you're going to tell me, like, they even said it to my one therapist before. She has this case because she tried to report blah, 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 blah. Like, well, I mean, when you're profiting off of an individual, can we go get a book now, lady? Can you go get a book now? Or can you go get Google and look up, what does exploitation mean? What does there need to be going on for exploitation to be a thing? I guarantee if you're profiting off of an individual's medical information, I'm pretty sure that would be exploitation. You know what I mean? And nobody wants to be known as somebody who's being exploited. But I just told all of you, and I don't care. I don't want to be silenced about some things that are just like very real in my life, and I'm being shot lies as truths, and they're running with that crap, and I'm being made to not be able to do anything about it. Everything I say is being called a false allegation, or a mentally unstable moment, or like a delusion. Like, it's not delusions. Go look in your own system, because it should be in your system of the person's information that you're selling. You know what I mean? Oh, wait, I forgot. You only put that on paperwork, so it can eventually get burned or something, and then, there's no evidence of it. But no, I'm sure there's evidence of it. There's gotta be. And why else would I have 2 years later a case still, and it's so, like, intense on me, making it seem as if I'm that mentally ill or mentally unfit to take care of my own child, which I'm perfectly capable of taking care of my own child. Perfectly capable of doing it. I really don't think that there needs to be extra feet stepping in and people cooking in the kitchen of one child, which now it's totally affected her behavior. It's affected how she views me. This has been going on for over 2 years now. So it's like, how can a child believe that her mother has any control if she legit don't got no control? Because these people are like dangling it over our heads every other time we turn around that I could lose her, basically. And it's like, it's a whole vibe. It's a whole freaking vibe. Not that I'm accusing you guys of anything. I know you're watching. I don't care, though. I mean, why don't we talk about the information being sold? And how about we talk about the HIPAA violations? I can go get you my HIPAA book that I have downstairs in the basement. Yeah, I did. I took HIPAA law. So I know about HIPAA violations. So I'm really not sure who you guys thought I was fooling. I mean, who you thought you were fooling. HIPAA violations is very serious. That's a federal crime. More than a federal crime, bro. It's major. And I'm just being told, you can't do anything about it because you're you, basically. And we'll just take your child because, we already have fake paperwork in the back. She's basically not yours. And so what I feel like I'm being told, like, vibes are real. I definitely, like, energy is everything. And if people don't understand the workings of energy just yet, I don't understand. Y'all need to get caught up because energy has been proven by science. It's a thing, definitely. Energy is real, and thought is also energy. You know what I mean? Like, so thoughts are loud sometimes with their energy. Thought energy is loud. Or maybe it's like loud feel, because you can't really supposedly hear it, so you feel it. But anyway, I'm going to stop my babble now and hop off of here. and I will come back with more interesting news another time. You know, slowly, because we can't have them thinking that I'm crazy. It's not funny, but it is. It kind of is freaking hilarious, and if I didn't have, like, laughing at it, then I wouldn't be okay. So, you can laugh at it, too. Have a great night, or day.